Okay. We are back. Hang on, let me just check everything's working as usual. That lead seems to be on. Let's see if chat's working. Is chat working? Vamos. There we go. Chat's up. Lovely. Sorry, I have to do these every single time because for some reason it doesn't give me the option to like preload my stream. And like I know you can do it somehow. You can schedule streams, and I don't know why it doesn't work for me, but there we are. Um, welcome in. Oh, it feels good to just relax after a game, doesn't it? Not have to worry about things that are gonna come and dreading the next game and having my weekend ruined. Oh, we love to see it. We love to see it, especially on such a chilly night too. Brings us some warmth. Yeah, I honestly, it's that famous quote, isn't it? It's a special name, Chelsea, isn't it? Right. Well, I think we should just go straight into this, to be honest. I haven't really got much to say in the preamble. We've won a game. That's pretty much it. We've started off the year pretty well. Which is nice because I didn't really expect it to be as easy as it was in the end. Um, but yeah, uh, I will I'm just gonna hit the intro. Like, let's just go. Lads, lasses, and the rest of the masses, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mono from Mono CSC, and this is GBU Live. Okay, I still need to actually change that. I haven't had time, so I'll do that in between the break between Middlesbrough and Fulham. I'm gonna change this. Welcome to GBU, or should I just say GG, because this review will just be good after good, and this was a good game. There's your classic whimsical monoline for the day. In all seriousness, Chelsea are through to the fourth round of the FA Cup, starting off the year with a win, and leaving the negativity in 2023, hopefully. We've been getting a streak of wins now, especially at Stamford Bridge. I think it's 5 in a row at the Bridge, or it's 6 unbeaten at the Bridge, I believe, with the Man City draw in there. And as I said, this is just going to be good after good. I'm going to be trying to keep this positive energy that we're kind of brewing up whilst we can, and I'm not going to be nitpicking and pointing out mistakes like I kind of ended up doing at the end of 2023. As I said, I always like keeping these things positive. I've always wanted to keep my GBU reviews positive as much as I can, because I don't think that negativity really breeds anything other than more negativity. So we're going to start this off being really positive, and I'm just genuinely not going to put anything in either of these two boxes. Everything is going in this green box today. And what a better way to start than with the player who I believe was player of the match in this match. Didn't actually officially get given it, it went to Raheem Sterling instead, but that is Enzo Fernandez. He was absolutely everywhere in this game. Not only just winning the ball back, not only constantly just keeping the tempo and passing the ball around, finding long passes at times, being good in both boxes, and then topping it all off, topping his great performance off with a goal, and genuinely playing like basically the full 90 as well was good, because he needs to get over his hernia issues, and he looked like he was moving more freely, which is nice. As I said, he was just phenomenal. I don't have the stats up. I don't have the stats up and I can't really remember them off the top of my head, but he was just like every single stat. He was just like, oh, first for in the team, and he was one of the players in that first half, which okay, we're gonna take a break from the positivity. That first half was awful. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not gonna talk about it more. I will say that I don't think that Poch got the tactical setup right in the first half. However, he did rectify it in the second, and so I'm not going to be marking him down in any way, and I'm gonna keep this positive. But yes, Fernandez was one of the best players in the first half, alongside the player that I will be putting in next, and that was, if I can find him, because I've had to put him in here because he's a new addition to these things, and that's Alfie Gilchrist. I still do not have his updated picture. I don't have Fernandez's updated picture either. That's weird. Alfie Gilchrist. I was surprised because I think, again, he was the only other player in that first half that played well. And he's playing out of position as well, for the record. He is naturally a centre-back, not a right-back, and I think he played pretty comfortably there at right-back. And I think the best compliment I can give to Alfie is that he looked like an established first-team player, and not a player that's literally only played 2 games off the bench. And a thing which I think is again, another good compliment to him is that usually with youth players, when you get youth players coming into teams, you kind of get a bit nervous. I don't know if anyone else feels like this. I get a bit nervous when you have youth players on the pitch, because you kind of critique every single touch that they get. And it's kind of like if he makes a mistake, people are going to turn on him, and that's not good for his development. I never had a single worry about Alfie Gilchrist in this game. He was so calm. Everything he did was just by the book. He didn't do anything fancy particularly. He didn't do anything that needed to be fancy, because he just did his job. And that, admittedly, yes, playing at right back, he could have gotten a bit further up the pitch. Again, I don't know if that's instructions from Poch telling him to stay back, or his just natural kind of feeling to stay back as a centre back. But apart from that, I think he was absolutely faultless. And yeah, I don't want to label him a John Terry regen, because I don't want to put that much amount of pressure on a young kid, but he is looking like he's going to be a good player for us. And I haven't actually, I've got 8 points here, and they're all going in the green box. I haven't actually put Levi Colwill as one of these points, but I do just want to mention him whilst I'm talking about defenders, because I think Colwill in that left centre-back spot, oh, thank goodness, he looks so much better there. He looks so much better in left centre-back. Why have we been playing him as a left-back all season? Oh my goodness. Let's talk about some more kind of defensive players. I'm going to kind of rattle these off kind of quickly, because, as I said, I just want to ramble about the team and just how good we kind of played. The next player I'm going to be putting in here is actually Georgi Petrovic, which may sound weird because he didn't really have to do much, but I highlighted at the start of this. Actually, let me just move these guys up so we've got a bit more room. I highlighted in my preview that the one thing I think that we needed to do in this game was to not concede anything silly and not put that pressure on us, because we play absolutely awful when the crowd is on the team's back and we're trying to fight back into a game. And Preston, to their credit, did have their moments in the first half, and a couple in the second half, and every single time Petrovic pretty calmly dealt with the issues. And I think he just, again, I've mentioned this before, I think he just brings a calmness to the back line that Sanchez doesn't. I think Sanchez is a bit shaky, and I think that kind of translates to the other defenders in front of him. Every single time the ball goes back to Petrovic, and it's like one of those, oh, is he going to give it away moments, he never gives it away. I am so calm whenever the ball goes back to Petrovic, because he always finds a player. It's just so nice having a keeper that, a la Petr Cech in the past, a la Courtois when he was playing for us, just seems so comfortable at all times and doesn't seem rocked by anything. It's very nice to have him in the team, and again, clean sheet for him, which is great. We love clean sheets. Let's get back more into some offensive players, and this is a player who, if I was being negative, would not be going in this green box for his overall performance, but as I've said in the past, if you get a goal contribution, in my eyes, you are going into the green box, and that's for Armando Broja. As I said, I don't think he was particularly good, and I made my thoughts about him quite public on Twitter. If you do not follow me on Twitter, follow me. It's just the same as my @ on YouTube. That's where I kind of ramble about games live on there. So if you don't follow me over there, go do that. Also, if you're not subbed to the channel, sub like right now. We're like I think we're genuinely like 3 subscribers away from 16k, so we can hit that in this stream if a few people sub. I think speaking on Petrovic, that might be his first clean sheet. I'm not sure. I think he's been really unlucky with some of the goals that he's conceded, because I don't think any of them have been his fault. But yeah, Armando Broja, as I said, fantastic header, and almost got a second too. I don't think his first half performance was particularly good, and as I said, I made my kind of opinions on him quite known. I think that at times he is a bit pedestrian and doesn't kind of work hard enough. And I saw someone say this on Twitter, and I think this kind of exemplifies what I believe about Broja, is that he hasn't implemented, and I know he's young, so like this is a thing that he can kind of develop, but he hasn't really implemented what type of player he is. And it's like, is he the type of player that's going to run in behind and run through the channels? Is he a player that's going to drop deep and collect the ball and then let players bounce off him? Is he going to be a player that runs into the box and scores headers like the one that he did? He doesn't really seem to have like one of these, and yeah, whilst it's good to be kind of adaptable as a striker, you kind of lose some of that value when the other players around you don't know what you're doing, because it's like, oh, are we going to whip balls into the box for you, or are you going to be standing at the halfway line passing it back to the centre-backs? Because he was doing that at times, which is weird. And I just don't think he gets involved that much, but again, fantastic goal. And I'm going to put him in here as well, because the assist for this goal from Malo Gusto, wherever he is, where have I put Gusto? I've lost Malo Gusto. Hang on, wait a sec. One sec. There he is. The assist for this goal from Malo Gusto was absolutely impeccable. And in general, I think Gusto was another one who had a very, very good game overall. I don't really like him playing at left back. Again, I'm not going to be too negative though, because I think that he played well, and obviously he got his assist from that side. And I think that's one of the tactical changes that Poch made at half-time, which really, really impacted the scoreline, was that he very clearly told Gusto to get up the pitch more in the second half, because he was not overlapping at all from that left-back spot when he was playing there with Mudryk. Particularly, but in the second half he definitely was getting up higher, and obviously this goal comes from him being higher up the pitch and whipping a very neat ball from the right hand side, very ironically, like I was highlighting that Miller was probably supposed to do, and Miller caused us so many issues. I should say, like him on that right hand flank, as I said in my preview, was going to be an issue, and it was again, because we just couldn't get through that side, and I didn't think it would be him defensively that was causing us issues. I thought it would be offensively, but no, he shut out Sterling for the majority of the game. Yeah, Gusto again, he's just, I said this before, he is just such a 8 out of 10 player every single game, and I can't fault him. I do feel a bit bad that he played the full 90, because we are going to need him for Middlesbrough. We're going to really, really need him for Middlesbrough, considering he's our only fit fullback, which is kind of concerning that he stayed on the pitch for as long as he did. And he's definitely going to start at Middlesbrough, I would imagine. So yeah, a bit concerning there, but again, just overall, just defensively solid. Even though he was reluctant to go on his left foot, he did get up the pitch at times. Great assist for Broja's goal. Can't fault him. I mentioned him briefly there, so I will mention him again now. The other player that's going into this box is Raheem Sterling. Again, like Broja, if I was being harsh, he would not be in this box, because I think that first half especially, he was less than adequate. But as soon as he gets put onto the left wing, he turns into an absolute animal. I don't know why we play him on the right wing when we have Noni Madueke, who is much better on the right wing, and we constantly play Sterling on the right wing, and I know it's probably because he's trying to accommodate for Mudryk, and I still don't know why we haven't seen a combo of Mudryk on one side and Noni on the other. That seems like the obvious choice to me. Or Sterling and Noni, that's fine too. I prefer to see Mudryk play just because he's younger and he needs development. But Sterling was really good in this game in patches when he got the chance to. On that left wing he was great, and of course, absolute beauty of a free kick. I don't know what they fed him at Cobham, because he wasn't scoring free kicks for City. Admittedly, I don't think he took that many, but he scored 2 now. This one was very, very similar to the one he scored against Newcastle, I believe. And just... yeah, like when you again, I said, like, if you get a goal contribution, you've got to go in this box. That's just how it goes, and it was a beauty of a free kick to make it 3-0, and that kind of seal on the game allowed us to play some youngsters in the game, which was really nice. We got to see Washington come on. Obviously, we saw Gilchrist, but we also got to see Michael Golding, which is I was not expecting, and I felt so sorry for him, because he sets up a beautiful chance with a flick and then nearly gets on the end of it, but he's denied. I was saying on Twitter, just come on, just let the kids score, man. Like, you're already losing 3-0. Like, you might as well give them something to remember. Let's move on to, I don't know, this is the way that I've ordered this is really weird. I'm going to be giving the next screen to one Thiago Silva, who did not play for very long, but he came on, and genuinely, I think with his first touch, he scores. An absolute beautiful run from him, a beautiful delivery from Cole Palmer, who, in fact, I'll just put them both in here at the same time because Palmer is the other player that's going to go in here. Beautiful delivery from Palmer, an absolute great run from Silva, and an absolute towering header to put us up even more. And I had people before the game questioning why I put Silva in here in my starting lineup. And I have also been critical of Silva at times during the season. But I think, like, in these games, in cup games especially, I think Silva is really important because of that experience that he has in big games and in big cup ties. I think you need that. And he came on and showed leadership, and what better way to show your leadership than to lead by example and to head in at the near post to put us up even more. And then, as I'll say, I will finish this off with Cole Palmer. I think he played well overall. He could have been better in the first half, admittedly, a little bit, but I think he was still trying to make things happen. He had such a good opportunity to score in the first half from a pass from Enzo, which was a fantastic pass from Enzo. And I don't really know what happened. I think he just got caught in a bit of two minds. I think he may have thought he was offside and kind of panicked a little, which is unlike him, admittedly. But even when he doesn't play particularly well, he still manages to get a goal contribution, and that's why he's in the green box, because that's exactly what he did, with a beautiful delivery from the right hand side from a corner to give Thiago Silva his goal. And with that, we were 4-0 up. We've scored 4 goals in the game. I can't believe it. We have 8 people in a good box. We have nothing in these 2 boxes. It's a very, very good time for Chelsea, and I'm going to put us in here because it's just positive vibes, isn't it? It's just like, I love being able to talk about the games after the game and not feel like I want to rip my hair out. It's lovely. I'll probably be off soon to enjoy the rest of my weekend, and I hope you guys do too. Our next game is against, as I said, Middlesbrough in the EFL Cup, a very, very important game, our first leg of that tie. That is on Tuesday, I believe, in 3 days' time. The next game after that will be Fulham, that's on the Saturday, so I'll be doing a preview for Middlesbrough that will come out on the Monday, and then the preview for Fulham will likely come out on the Friday, and there probably will be a tactical breakdown. I know there hasn't been many because of the busy schedule, and I apologise for that. I just genuinely do not have the time to get them out. But there will be a tactical breakdown after the Middlesbrough game, hopefully, if I can get that out in time, and then obviously the preview for Fulham. And that's great, and we can relax, and yeah, it's just nice to be able to go into the new year with a win and feeling positive. And with that, as I said, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And yeah, I'll hit the outro. Good night, everyone. But that was just my GBU match review for this week. Thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this match in the comment section below, and if you'd be so kind, subscribe to the channel and leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, or check out some of the other videos on the channel on screen right now. I've been Mono from Mono CFC, and remember, in the rain or in the dry, keep that blue flag flying high. Come on, you Blues.